My name is Scott, and I'm going to show you my world.
Meet 39-year-old Scott Lope, and welcome to the center of his very dangerous and exotic obsession.
This is where my day starts every morning at 6 a.m. and I'm preparing a lot of food. And the good thing is, none of it has to be cooked.
That's because who or what he's about to feed, they like their meat rare.
One meal down, 139 to go.
Really rare. And if he's not careful, Scott could easily end up on the menu.
You may work with them for years, and one time you stumble, or if you fall down, or if you're sick that day, you're limping, all of a sudden you're prey. You really only get one chance.
So this is what I do. I rescue big cats, and I take care of them for the rest of their lives.
Scott has seen it all, and he'll go anywhere and will do just about anything to rescue an animal in trouble.
This last rescue, I don't think I slept for 2 days before we went up there, and that involved us going to Ohio, getting these animals out of a not very keeper-friendly cage and into transport cages, and then drive them the whole way back to Florida. So it's quite a trip, quite an undertaking.
Joining me on my expedition is big cat expert Scott Lope.
Hey Scott, thanks for making it.
He's been working with these large predators for over 13 years. Together, we're going to do a series of experiments to find out just what makes these lions hunt so effectively.
Here, we're gonna lift that up and see just how high they can jump.
You can almost feel the ground move when they get on each other like that. That's a guttural sound. Where does that come from?
Well, the great cats, that would be, the lions, tigers, the bigger ones. They have special bones in their throat that enable them to roar. So they can't purr, but they definitely can roar. I don't know if that's my heart beating really fast or if that's the feeling.
Physically, what makes him the perfect predator?
Well, you can see these huge forearms, and you can feel how muscular they are. And he's still got some reflexes. See how his ear goes a little bit when I touch in there? So he's not out cold, so we want to do this kind of quickly. See these big club forearms? See these hooks? Oh, yeah. Man, if they hook you in there, feel how sharp that is at the end. If they hook you, you're not getting away from that, and that's how they snag their prey. But these arms are so heavy, they're just like clubs, and they swing them and hook their prey.
It's not every day you get to examine a 500-pound African lion.
Whoa. Yeah, and he spreads out his paw.
That's as big as my hands.
It's at least as big as your hands. You can see how muscular their back legs are just to propel themselves. But once they get their hooks in, you're done. Try to get a hold down here. He's got some good jaw tone. I'm going to try to raise his lip up so we can see those canine fangs. Those are deadly weapons right there. Whoa. You don't want those teeth anywhere near you. This male is probably about 500 pounds. When he hits a buffalo or an antelope, just his weight alone is going to drag it down. It's going to deliver that killing blow with those massive fangs.
Now, will their tails act as a rudder like some other cats? Do they help at all? Or?
With these guys, they're not long-distance runners, so they're known for their short bursts of speed. So the best thing that we can use that tail for is really a mood indication. If the tail's down, they seem okay, everything's good. When they start whipping their tail or flicking it, then you know you're in trouble. He's picking up his head. Let's get out of here.
Let's go.
Where do I go to see a big collection of big cats all in one place? Big Cat Rescue, just outside Tampa, Florida. The cats here have been saved from bankrupt zoos and the illegal pet trade.
Wow, look at that.
Now they're safe in the care of director Scott Lope.
Thanks, this is incredible. I've never seen a tiger that looks like that.
Zabu's actually a white tiger, and that's not something you would see in the wild. That's actually a human-created animal. It's a genetic defect, so you wouldn't see him out in the wild.
And he was sent here because why?
Well, Zabu wasn't the right color. Her stripes aren't black, and they're not dark enough, so she was just dumped out of the business.
That's incredible. So tell me about cat communication.
Well, cats are nocturnal hunters, so that means they work in the dark. So vision, not so good. They have to use scent for a lot of things. So they use different smells, different odors to find their prey, to mark their territory.
Makes sense.
Absolutely.
Literally, sense.
Sense, it does. Yes. Absolutely. But we have a lot of cats that are out here communicating today. Do you want to see some more?
Absolutely.
Let's go.
Follow you.
Information you can get out of a urine sample.
But first, Scott says he's got a little test for me to see how my sense of smell compares to a cat.
You don't want to get any on your hands.
What is that?
We have about 150 cats at the sanctuary, and we've collected urine over the past 2 days from a few of them, a few of the different species. And we're gonna let you smell them and see.
This is fabulous.
See what you can tell.
I can just smell
That one's the most potent.
I came to learn about cat communication. Suddenly I'm a contestant on Name That Tea.
So what we're gonna do, basically, you're gonna smell the sample, take a little bit, and
I'm not taking a little bit. I'll smell it. I'm not gonna take it.
Don't drink it, but
Stop! So gross! You did not just do that.
taste a little bit, and then that's how you tell. Cat. That's how you tell. You ready to try?
No, okay, first of all, I'm not tasting. Did you really just?
You want to be a biologist, right?
Yeah. No. I have a passion for animals, but this is where I draw the line.
How about if we just have you smell?
Yeah, please. This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. It's apple juice.
It's apple juice.
That's good. You got me.
The rest of it,
But I have a feeling
not
that the
apple
rest of this
juice.
is not apple juice. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, really, really still bad. Oh, you had more of a rosy sort of flavor. Oh, yeah, that's, who am I kidding? These all smell exactly the same. They all smell like urine and not very good. It's just not a great smell.
In the wild, the other tigers will be able to tell if that's a male or female, if it's young or old, and if it's ready to mate. So all that information in that little sample.
All that information in a sample of urine.
All that information, and just sprayed on the side of a tree or on a rock or on some brush. That's how vital communication is with scent among cats.
This is cat communication.
But most big cat experts remain skeptical of the reports of mysterious large cats in the Northeast.
So on the east coast of the United States, really the only breeding population of wild cats would be the bobcats.
Scott Lope, director of Big Cat Rescue, says the only big cats that ever lived in the area were mountain lions, also known as cougars, and they are not black.
The only large cat population that ever existed in New York or that whole northeastern region would be the mountain lion or the cougar, and they were actually eradicated there by 1900.
Lope suggests that misidentification is a more likely explanation.
In all reality, I would lean more toward it being a black lab or just a large domestic black cat. Very, very hard to determine size from a distance. And when you're catching a glimpse of something, it's moving fast. It's usually at night or near dark. Really tough conditions to tell how big something is. And when you get the adrenaline going, you're very excited, it can be very misleading.
The popularity of these attractions increased, and some people began to keep these rare beasts as pets.
As humans, we're always looking for the next best thing. And as these animals breed and more people realize they can get them or keep them as pets, they just start to expand, and they're easy to get.
Experts believe that the growth in big cat ownership has led to a frightening situation.
Most of the statistics, or most of the experts, really believe that there's more tigers in captivity in the United States than there are left in the wild around the whole world. That's pretty sad.
Many states have little or no regulation on the ownership of exotic cats.
And when you talk about just the needs of the animal, as far as caging it, feeding it, housing it, for a 20-year commitment, it's easy to understand how people, either worried about their finances, liabilities, or their own safety, could want to get rid of this animal.
Even more frightening is that the number of escapes and attacks are increasing. Tigers account for 50% of these attacks, lions for 15%, and cougars for 12%.
There's no such thing as a tame wild animal. You're talking about an animal that started out as a fun, cute little cuddly baby and everybody loved it, but it's going to grow into a huge predator, and it's going to be an animal that can basically kill you.